Hello there, my name is Lisa Ferlita, and I'm here to help you with your dance, your voice, your acting needs. Whether you're a studio owner, you're a director, you're an instructor, or a student, you will be able to find resources here galore. So today I'm just going to work from the very basics of tap all the way through to some more advanced moves. This is a great video visual for you to really enhance your tap skills. But you know what's really great about it? You're learning your basics. And basics are really important in any form of dance because dancing is really a build on the basics. So if you have a really good basics foundation, then you're gonna be really set for the future. And my job is to educate you to be your best self and the best version of yourself so you can go out there in the community of the arts and really sell yourself. Okay? All right, so again, my name is Lisa Ferlita, and I'm the owner of Stage Lights Performing Arts Center in Tampa, Florida, and we service children and adults with lessons in acting, voice, and dance. Okay, and remember, today is all about the basics in tap. All right, so let's get started. What I'm gonna do right now is show you a simple warm-up exercise to warm up your feet and your ankles. So I'm gonna take my right foot and I'll reverse it for you. So this is my left, and I'm just gonna move my toe up and down like this. So be careful of students, or if you're a beginner yourself, of moving your whole leg. You wanna make sure your toe is going up, down, up, down, up, down, and you'll feel it in the front of the ankle. It's really getting warmed up and might even like tingle or hurt a little bit, like, oh, I wanna just rest. That's a good sign that you're getting warmed up. So my warm up is usually 8 toe taps, front, side, back and side, and then I go to 4, 2, and 1. So let me just sample that out for you. We might as well get warmed up in the process, right? All right, pull up, up, up. Flex that foot. A 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Or you can go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 together, so you can easily switch to the left. So this can be done to any rhythm, to any song that has a really good solid rhythm. You want to make sure it's slow enough that you can do your singles without going and going crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and warm up the left side. I'm feeling this right here, so you should be also, and that's a good sign that you're getting the right muscles warmed up for good tap dancing. And you know, even professionals have to warm up, okay? You're gonna get your best performance when your body is properly warmed up. So again, let's start on the left. Now I'm gonna do some arms on this side just to introduce some other ways and variations. You can do this with your students. So I'm gonna start with my arms up. I do a very traditional Broadway style of dance. A lot of dance is rhythmic tap where the arms are relaxed. But I'm going to use my arms in the case that you are also doing a more traditional type of tap dance where we use our upper body. So bring your left foot to the front, bring your toes up, and let's get started. A 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 4. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 together. Okay, so I just put my arm in third when I got to the back. That was the only change in my arm. All right, so the next thing I usually do are some shuffles, and you can use that same pattern. You can do 8 shuffles to the front, and then the side, and then the back and the side. But let's go ahead and break down what a shuffle is, okay? For those of you who are just starting. Now, I teach my students from the very, very beginning about staying off your heels. Tap dancing with your heels on the floor can sound really bad. So I'm gonna give you an example of some shuffles with heel sounds in them. It's kind of yucky, okay? So we have to remember as tappers that we do the majority of our tapping up on our toes until we get to the more complicated stuff. Then we add our heels in and we can do a lot more heel work. But just remember that your heels are somewhat off the floor most of the time. You're not really high on releve because then your balance would just be really hard to attain. You want to just be sure that your heels aren't in the equation and they're not adding to the sound. Here's another trick. If the word heel is in the tap step, you have permission to use it. For example, flap heel, or toe-toe heel heel, or shuffle heel. Then your heel is incorporated. But if I say do a shuffle, I am without hearing the word heel. So I'm going to leave my heels out of it, okay? Very, very important lesson, especially if you're an auditioner and you're just new to tap. That's a great, great lesson for you. Stay off your heels. I don't like it. Okay, so arms up. You're gonna put your foot up, and I always say with my younger ones, put your foot up like a flamingo. And that helps them to remember that shuffles brush front first instead of brushing back. So a slow shuffle sounds like this. So it's just two sounds. 1, 2. Okay, that is the very beginner basic shuffle. You'll see when kids first start dancing, that is the appropriate pace for like a 3 to 5-year-old to start shuffling at. So let's do that together, just 8 of them on one side. A 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay? Let's just do it on the left just to be even, Steven, okay? So let's go ahead, let's our foot like a flamingo on the left side. Pull up, 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 shoulders back. A 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Good, nice beginner shuffles. And hey, I'm getting an arm workout at the same time because my arms hurt keeping them up like this. Might as well, right? Get 2 for the price of 1. So now what I'm going to do is show you the difference between a slow shuffle or a beginner shuffle to a more advanced shuffle. So you bring those 2 sounds to move a little quicker. Try to keep from muscling the movement or being really tense. And I'm going to show you what that looks like when you're really trying like too hard. It's like your whole body gets stiff and then you start shuffling like other parts of the body that aren't involved. So I try to tell my students like you're shuffling a hole through the floor, you're going down, and that you're just releasing all of the energy into the floor and that you're really just loose as jello. Okay, so I'm gonna put my hands on my hips right now just to kind of get your focus down to my foot. Listen. I'm like throwing it, it's like a fling. Ba, ba. How'd it go? Let's try the left side. Okay, pull up, up, up. Help with that balance, hands on your hips. And let's listen for that faster shuffle. Loosey-goosey, just be nice and loose. Drive a hole in that floor. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Good, so when you get your shuffles to that pace, then you can start doing that same warm-up variation. 8 shuffles, front side, back side, then 4, then 2, then 1. So let's go ahead and do that. Arms up. A 5, 6, 7, 8, up. that last one is a break. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, together left, right? If you just wanted to go right on to the left, you could. A 5, 6, 7, and a You're done with shuffles, okay? So let's just kind of go over what we did in the process. Just like ballet bar, I try to do a sequence of warm-ups that kind of follow a routine. So we always start with toe taps, then we go to shuffles, and now we want to do our flaps. So a flap has another beginner basic that if you were a young kid at a bar, it would look something like this. Pick your leg up like a flamingo, brush, step. Now, if you're familiar with dance or ballet, it's like a tendu. So if you just point your foot front, that's where you're ending your flap. You shouldn't have a bent knee or anything like that. It should go brush, step, and it's just like you're pointing your foot. Your weight is on your back leg, okay? Listen to how many sounds are in a flap. How many sounds did you hear? 2. That's it. So I like to say in my dance classes with my younger students, brush, squish the gum. So it's like there's gum in front of you. You're gonna brush, squish the gum. Pick it up. Brush, squish the bug. Or I was just gonna say, brush, squish the gum, or you can say, brush, squish the bug. Anything you want to do, but there's some naturalists out there that don't want to squish the bug. That hurts their feelings, so I chose gum. I used to say squish the bug. Sometimes I still do, but you can use your imagination and come up with anything you want. So up like a flamingo, let's do our flaps. We're going to do 8 of them, nice and slow. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Brush, step, pick it up. 2, pick it up. Pick it up. 5. Good. Let's try the other side. Pick it up, pull up, nice posture. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Brush, squish the bug, and up. Brush, squish the gum. Pick it up. 4 more. And that's flaps. That's slow flaps. Let's pick up the pace. So if you wanted to do a faster flap, it would sound like this. Okay? And this is the left. Good. Okay, so for now we're keeping the leg, the weight on the back leg, but eventually we're going to be transferring our weight into the flap so that we can do other variations of flap work. So for now, here's what I'd like to do on this warm-up exercise. We'll do 4 slow flaps. Pick it up. Pick it up. Then we're gonna move to a faster flap. A 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8. Then we're gonna flap front and side. So it looks like this. Flap front, flap side. Flap front, flap side. Okay? So on that one, we'll do 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, close 8. And then we'll do the whole thing on the left. All right, arms up, let's get to work. Warming up those feet, learning our basic tap moves. A 5, 6, 7, and brush, squish, pick it up. Make sure to have a straight knee on that. 4 more. faster. Bottom, bottom, up, up. Front and side, we go up, back, aside, up, back. Here's your break, you close. Other side, we go brush, squish, pick it up. Pick it up. 4 more. Faster now. Flap, flap, flap. To the front and side. Up front, outside. You did it. All right. We're going to move away from flaps and we're going to try different beginner variation steps, okay? Basics. So remember, we did toe taps, shuffles, and flaps. So now it's time to learn a little variation of your shuffles and another variation of your flaps, okay? So let's start with shuffles. We learned to shuffle slow and fast. Here's slow, here's fast. Okay, so depending on where you're at, you can do this either slow or fast with your shuffles. We're gonna learn shuffle step and shuffle hop step, okay? So we're gonna bring up our leg like a flamingo. We're gonna do our shuffle, brush, brush, and then step together, okay? Now remember that rule with the heels. I am stepping on my toes with a 0 silent heel, so listen. Okay, this would be how a lot of beginners would do their shuffle steps without knowing the heel rule. It's just a little sloppier. So remember, keep that weight on your toes and keep a slight elevation of your heels. Once you get your foot down, you can silently put that heel back on the floor for your balance. It doesn't have to be raised all the time. You will get better at this, okay? It's just so you know the heel has to be out of the sound, okay? Unless the word heel is in it. We're getting there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do slow shuffle steps first. 5, 6, 7, 8. Brush, brush, step. Other side. Now let's try it with a quicker shuffle. Listen first. Still having the weight on the toes and off the heels when you get faster, okay? The balance is going to be a little harder on this one. Let's keep our arms up to help with that. A 5, 6, ready, here we go. Shuffle, step. Good. All right, so we're gonna add to that shuffle step with just adding a small hop. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands on my hips and I'm gonna go back to those slow shuffles. So up like a flamingo, we have a slow shuffle. Brush, brush. Now on our standing leg we stay and we're gonna just do a quick hop. Hop, step. Other side. Listening for the toes landing instead of the whole foot with that heel. So here's the non-example of how it would sound if your heel is contacting the floor on your shuffle hop steps. Just kind of sloppy, okay? And here's how it should sound. Okay? Takes a little more work, but you'll get used to it. Up like a flamingo, let's try 4, 2 on each side, slow, and then we'll go with our faster shuffles. Here we go. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, hop, step. Yay, you did it. Okay, well, I think you did. I feel in my heart you did it. Okay, let's do it with some faster shuffles. I want you to listen first to the rhythm. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, half step. And I just want to take a brief moment to talk about differentiation. Okay, if you are an instructor or if you have a class with many different levels, which I oftentimes do, you have to learn how to differentiate between your students, okay? Differentiation is important in any school you're teaching at because you're always going to have someone that needs more of a challenge and someone that needs more help, okay? So a lot of times in tap class, I'll let somebody that needs more of a challenge take it up tempo. So if I were having students that needed to be at the slow shuffle pace, oops, I would have them do 4 slow and have those students that need more of a challenge take it up the tempo and do 8 fast. This way we're all ending at the same time. It's both within the same counts. Okay, so that's just a little tip. If you see someone that's looking bored, give them a challenge. And that goes with any level. So if you're doing some, let's say, maxi fours, okay, and you see somebody that's advanced and really needing a challenge, try having them try a double, adding a flap in the beginning. Or if they're really advanced, you can put a pull back on the transfer to the toe. Take a listen. Okay, now we're getting a little more advanced, but the thing with tap is it's all a build on your basics. So if you get all your basics down, you will be able to enter tap or take a tap class and understand where it's going. Oh, that's just a flat with a couple of heels added. Okay, you'll get there, I promise. Stick with me. All right, so back to where we were. We were doing those shuffle hop steps. Another talk I want to have is the difference between a hop and a leap. Okay, so there's a lot of hops and leaps in tap, and this one is a hop. And the reason why it's a hop is because we stay on the same leg. So watch this. Now, if I were to leap that, shuffle, leap, I would switch legs. You see that? Shuffle, leap, shuffle, leap, shuffle, leap. So hopping is staying on the same leg, and leaping is transferring to the other leg. So when you hear that step in your choreography, like shuffle, leap, hop, toe, then you know the leap means switch legs, okay? All right, moving on. So let's go over what we did. We did our toe taps. We did our slow and our fast shuffles. We did flaps, slow and fast. And now we're gonna add some heels to our stuff. So let's start with a basic cramp roll, okay? It's just toe-toe, heel-heel. It sounds easy, it is easy, but there's a couple of things that sometimes happen with our beginners. So let's go over it. You're gonna think about stepping on your tiptoes, okay? Watch me for a minute. Tiptoe, tiptoe. That means my heels are up. Watch from the back. Tiptoe, tiptoe. See how my heels are up? Low. And now I'm gonna keep on my tiptoes and I'm gonna drop a heel and drop the other heel. What happens a lot of times when we drop those heels is our toes come off the floor. So here's a non-example. Watch my feet. So when I drop my toe, I lift my heel. It's almost impossible for me to do it this time because I know how to do it right. But I'm gonna try to show you a non-example again. Right? You're gonna see some kids or some adults try that. Toe, toe, heel, heel. That is something else, okay? A cramp roll keeps your toes glued to the floor. So toe, toe, glue those toes to the floor, put your weight into those toes, and drop your heels. Now, how do you get a really strong heel sound? It's really easy. Make sure you have a crease in your shoe. I don't know if you can get this, if I can get a little closer. When I put my weight into my toe, I am making a crease across the toe of my shoe. I see it. I want to see that crease in my shoe when I do my toe-toe, because then I'll know that I'm putting weight into it and that my heel sound is going to be strong. okay? Here's what it sounds like when I have a really good crease in my shoe. Really strong heels. Here's what it sounds like when I don't have a crease in my shoe. Very weak, right? It's hard to hear that. So get your crease in your shoe. That's gonna work for a lot of your tapping across the board. Here we go, toe, toe, heel, heel. We're gonna start on our right side so that it's right toe, right heel, left heel. This is called a cramp roll. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Okay, now let's try the left side. So your left toe, then your right toe, your left heel, then your right heel. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Toe, toe, heel, heel. That's a really fun one, and it seems really easy, but you can take up the speed and really make it fancy. So listen to what it sounds like a little bit faster. So that's a fun thing for you to do during the week until we meet next, is just trying to get your cramp rolls a little bit faster. How many sounds are in a cramp roll? Listen. 4. You need to hear 4 sounds. So if you're going fast and you only hear 3 sounds, you need to cut back on that tempo, go slower, and make sure you're getting all of the sounds. The speed will come in time, but do it properly up till then. Okay, let's do 3 cramp rolls on the right side with a clap, and then 3 cramp rolls on the left side with a clap. We're gonna pick up the pace slightly. It'll be at this tempo. 5, 6, 7, 8. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Left side. A little faster now. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Clap. Left side. Again. Left side. Wow. All right, let's go over what we did today. We did toe taps. We did shuffles. We did flaps. Brush, squish the bug, okay? We did shuffle steps. We did shuffle hop step. All right, this time, and then we also did cramp rolls. Right, slow and fast. Oh, I'm so glad you joined me. I hope you found this video informative. I hope your tap skills are taking off. I really hope you spend the time getting your basics down, because with those basics, you will be able to accomplish so much more. Stick with me. I'm going to do several of the basic videos so that you can get all your tap grooves in. So the next video will be Basics Part 2. Okay? Make sure you tune in so you can go to the next level of your basics. I'm proud of you. Keep with it. Hey, and if you liked what you saw today, subscribe. And remember, ring that bell. I hope to see you soon. Till next time. Mwah. Bye from Stage Lights. Take care.